As promised earlier, I have come back to you with a new financial literacy video, and in fact I have planned to make a series of video on fixed income products like fixed deposits, NCDs and debt mutual funds. So today let us start the video. Thank you.
Welcome to the fixed income series. In this video, I will take you through the non-convertible debenture specially. Do look at the video till the end. Let us discuss what are debentures. Apart from taking bank loans, corporates, NBFCs raise money through the financial markets by issuing debentures. It is a financial instrument issued by corporates to support their business needs. There are two types of debentures, convertible debentures and non-convertible debentures. Convertible debentures are unsecured bonds and they can be converted into equities or stock at a future date as specified by the issuer. What are non-convertible debentures? Non-convertible debentures and bonds are also a fixed income instrument. This is used for taking loans from financial markets. It cannot be converted into equity shares of the issuer in a future date. Hence, it has higher risk and it also offers higher interest rate. NCD offers generally 1.5 to 2% higher interest rate from a fixed deposit or a savings deposit by a reputed bank and company deposits. NCDs are of also two types. There are secured NCDs and unsecured NCDs. Secured NCDs are backed by assets like some assets of the issuer. Unsecured NCDs doesn't have any asset backing. So in case of default, secured NCDs will have more safety. Hence, unsecured NCDs have higher interest rates. One point is very clear that higher the risk is, so is the higher will be the return. So lower the bond rating, higher the risk, higher the returns. Higher the bond rating, lower the risk, and little lower is the return. So one more thing I would like to get your attention to is the secured NCD and unsecured NCD. Secured NCD is like taking a loan against a property or a gold. So what happens is, I want to take a gold loan. I will deposit that 100 rupees gold to a bank and bank will give me a loan of 70 rupees or 80 rupees. So in case I am unable to pay back the money back on time or something, they can sell the gold and take the money. So secured is like in case the issuer is unable to pay us back, the issuer has the lenders have the option to sell the issuer's assets to repay their money back. So secured NCDs are of lower risk and it offers lower return. Unsecured NCDs have a little higher risk and it offers higher returns. So in case of bankruptcy, secured NCD holders get a preference over shareholders. So we'll have to stick to the ratings of AAA or AA maximum. Lower the rating goes, the higher chance of getting default, getting credit risk, etc. comes. Like equity shares IPO, NCD or bonds also come as an IPO. In this IPO period, the issue is structured in a manner depending on the requirement of the issuer. They can issue the NCD to all kind of stakeholders like retail or individual investors like us, or institutions like LIC, mutual fund, other insurance companies and foreign institutional investors. So depending on those NCDs, we can apply, we can ask our brokers or advisors to help us apply to these IPOs, and depending on the interest we get those units. Lot of times NCDs are only for institutional investors. In those cases, the per unit is only about 10 lakh, 1 crore, so that a retail investors cannot participate. So those structure actually is decided by the issuer whom they want to target. So we have to look for those NCDs which is there for retail investors. So NCDs are launched as an IPO. It will be listed in stock exchange, and one can buy and sell them with the stock trading account in the secondary market too. Changing of interest rates play an important role in the bond market. What happens is bond prices doesn't remain same through the tenure. In the secondary market, what happens is if the interest rate goes high after you bought the NCD, what happens is people want to buy the other fixed income products who are offering the higher interest rate. So the bond prices of your NCD will come down that time. And similarly, if RBI monetary policy decides to hike the interest, lower the interest rate from the amount when you bought from, then the interest on your bond will get higher. So people would be willing to pay a little more premium to buy your bond so that they can earn a higher interest rate, because whatever the bond prices are, the coupon rates remains the same as when you are buying. For example, if you have bought the NCD at ₹1000 and the coupon rate is 5%, okay, so you will be getting 50 rupees per year as an interest rate. But in case your bond price is coming down to 950, but your coupon rate won't change, so in 950 rupees also you will be earning an interest rate of 50 rupees. So the yield on the bond prices will go higher. So it is a good time to enter the bond, but in case you are trying to sell the bonds at that time, you will be incurring a loss. Every investment comes with some or the other kind of risk. NCD also has many of them, but I have noted down here 5 important risk factors we should be looking into. One is interest rate risk, which I have already mentioned in the earlier slide, that what happens when there is a change of interest rate after you buy the NCD and so on and so forth. Then liquidity risk, credit risk and payment risk. Those 3 things are also I have discussed in earlier slide. It is more it can be found out more through the credit rating of the company, through the balance sheet of the company. We have to understand that the issuer we are buying it from, the borrowers of our money, are actually have the ability to repay the money back, pay the interest on it. And if the buyer has that kind of reputation that it has a very high liquidity, for example a very big corporate or a government securities, there will be continuous buyer and seller on the secondary market, so the liquidity risk is very low. And inflation risk is nothing but the value of your money decreasing. So higher the interest rate, everybody is earning that kind of money, and the buying capacity of the money goes down. So there is nothing exactly with the bond per se, but in general how the rupee is depreciating, or how the other goods are getting pricier. So these are the 5-6 things we need to look into when we are buying in an NCD. And in our coming slides we will be discussing about other fixed income products. Thank you for watching the video. Check out other videos on debt and fixed income series, fixed deposit versus bonds, investing in NCDs in primary market versus secondary market, debt mutual funds, and terminologies of debt instruments and investing. Thank you so much for watching. Look forward to see you in the next video. If you have any queries or suggestion, please leave it in the comment box. Subscribe my channel if you want to learn more about financial literacy and investing. Thank you. Bye.